here, and then I'm going to hold down shift, so it's a nice straight line. Cut it right there. Alrighty, and then I'm going to cut. Actually, I have to do that. I'm going to deselect, and then I'm going to get my knife tool again. I'm just going to create, connect it to this loop right here. So what I can do here is by selecting this edge loop, which is just going to be this right here, I can kind of just bring it up a little bit. Sorry, bring it up a little bit so there isn't actually a nice little lip. Because before, let's take a look at the geometry, so it's not too crazy. And if I bring it up a little bit more, you're gonna get a little bit more of a shadowing on it. Bring down my font a little bit. See if that's causing issues. So maybe I can bring Fong down a little bit so that we can actually get. Alright, so we'll bring that up a little bit. Alright, that's a little bit too sharp, so I'll just bring it down just a little bit more. And then that should work out pretty good. Alright, I mean, if it's not always like enough for us too, we could always just go ahead and take these in a little bit more. And then we'll check this out. Yeah, a little bit. And if we don't like this look of this, we can always dissolve it. Check it out again. Rendering thing. So we have that little bump right there. I'll just bring down the font edge to 100% and see how this looks. There we go. That'll work for us. So look through the font angle was acting up for us. Okay, so we have this. You know, let's put this like 10%. And we'll still have that nice look to it. And I know that is a little bit smoother, but that'll work perfectly fine right there. Okay, cool. So right now we have this. If I look at my thing, we have this modeled out. We have this modeled out with these little ridges. We have this right there. We have that modeled out, and then we're going to work on, we'll do this loop right there. And I just have to check the side to see, okay, it looks like it comes back over. So we're going to need to make a cut before we do the side. I want to make a cut down this way so that we can do that lip right there. Alrighty. So back to Cinema 4D. Alright, there we go. So what I'm going to need to do, and I'm actually going to take this object, this reference object, and I'm going to put it on the other side. That works perfectly fine. So this makes a little bit more sense. Alright. let us keep working on this because we need to bring this down. So what I actually might do, since we already brought this in a little bit, I might use the bridge tool to create some geometry. So we're going to do one face at a time. Delete this top part right there. Go over here, delete this part right there. So this comes in, but we also know that this comes down a little bit. So we're going to take this edge right here and we're going to bring it down quite a bit. Alright. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to connect. I'm going to get rid of this space over here too. I'm going to connect these, this edge right here to this edge right here with the bridge tool. So I actually got to go ahead and deselect my edge. There we go. Bridge tool again. I'm going to go right there. Bridge tool. Bridge tool. And then I can do this bridge tool right here. Boom. And then we are going to have to delete these faces. Delete. And I'm going to take this face, bring it forward a little bit. And then we're going to take this face out, and I believe that we can go ahead and use the bridge tool now. Yep, bridge mode. Bridge tool right there. I think I got the right one. Yep. Take this bridge tool right here. That works. Now I'm going to bridge the bottom. That did not work. We just have to make sure that we can see the whole thing. There we go. Zoom in. Bam. And if I need to do more extrudes or anything like that, this way I can actually go ahead and do it. But I'm not sure about that. So we got this nice extrude. Now we're going to need to do the extrude on the top part. We need to see where this is in relationship to the actual object. So let's look at this. And it looks like it's this geometry. I will select the face so that we know what this. Okay, so it's this geometry that we are working with. And it looks like this edge is a little too high, so we'll bring this down a little bit. Where's this face right here? And that looks like it needs to go up a little bit, so we'll select this bottom one. And it goes up a little bit. Going to do here is that since I need to have this come in on a straight angle, I'm going to try to play with these verts in the back to try to straighten these out right here as best I can. Doesn't matter if these are a little bit crooked or anything like that, but for this shape we are going to make sure that, because this goes all the way over here, that these are pretty solid right here. So this looks like this line's fine, but we'll just bring this one down somewhat. That looks like it worked pretty good. Alrighty. And what we're going to do, we're going to select this face and this face and this face. So let's try using the smooth shift tool. Bring it in. And then we just make sure that we have our attributes set up. some angle. We're going to bring it down a whole lot, or bring it up. That did not work how I wanted it to work. Let's see if we can fix that by, I bet you I can fix this. Okay, I just have to make sure that it is the same depth that these ones are. That's why it's not working. Okay, so we gotta bring these in. There we go. We'll just make a little bit of a space right there. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, so we can kind of see what I'm doing, is that we got these relatively good. What I'm gonna do to make sure that these are fine, this shape right here is probably about the correct thickness. So I'm going to that's fine right there. I'm going to probably delete this, and then I'm going to make sure that these verts are fine. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to select these two verts. I'm going to weld them, and we're bringing it back to this back point, so I know that's what I want. Do the same thing over here. Weld back. There we go. So that's that, and then what we're gonna do is I just want to make sure that these lines are correct. Together. Go to lines, and so I need to make sure that so I need to select the different edges that I want to line up. So I need to have so that edge is how far back we want it to be. And so it's right there. So then this edge, so all we have to do is just kind of bring it back a little bit. Bam, there we go. Perfectly fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the bridge tool that we have. Or since it is a hole, and then we're just, we can just go bam, there, that works too. Because there's no end gouge or anything like that, so that works fine for us. So that, we have that nice little lip where it's going to be at, it is pretty big. These other ones are really big too, so okay, so those are kind of jagged, but we actually probably want to bring, now that I'm just looking over this, like this needs to come out a little bit, so it's more flush.